welcome. So you've you're already familiar with who is talking to you. So my name is just Ezra. All right. So like I was saying, I'm going to just try as much as possible to analyze the market, tell you what I expect in days to come, and then you know what the market might do. All right. So from this chart now, what can I see? All right. So I can see this. I can see this high. I can see this low. Okay. All right. So I saw this high and this low. So for those that are seeing my screen, that's what I can see on the screen. Okay. So price came. Yes.
Please, can you use that arrow to be pointing the thing?
I cannot use arrow. This is system, not phone.
Okay.
I don't want to. Okay, let me see first if I can. But then I'm coming. No, let me use this. Let me use something around here. All right, so let me use this part. All right. So we have this. This is a high. Okay, a high. A low, a high, a low. Okay, so we're expecting price to come up and then break it. So price did the break around here, a high, then a low, then a high. Are you following me, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the sketch I just drew?
Yes, sir.
So we have this high, low, and then break of structure to the upside, high, and then another break of structure to the upside around here. So this is a break of structure here. I'm going to delete all this so that you can see that it's a break of structure. Okay. All right. So this is a break of structure around here. So you see price closed above. So I'm expecting price to retrace down into this zone. All right. Some persons might be considering this zone here. Okay, but I wouldn't for certain reasons. I'm not really. All right. So can we see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Is it showing?
Yes, the second zone you marked up.
All right. So yeah, like I said I wouldn't be using this zone. All right. The first zone above, I wouldn't be using it because, like I said before, this did not close above. This move here did not close above this high. So for me, this is still liquidity. Price will come here and sweep it and then come into the zone below and then move up. So let's check H4. Let's see what is happening around H4 so that we can be able to understand this. All right. So this is H4. All right. So price still failed to break this high on H4. So price can come here, although there is no imbalance below here. Yeah, like I said before, no imbalance around here. Price has filled the imbalance with this move here. So that's why you can as well look at this zone, at least for a lower time frame confirmation around this zone. But if you don't get it, then you come below. So these are the two zones I'm looking at. This one. All right. So these are the two zones you should be looking at for a buy. Okay. So when price gets in, all right. So once price comes to either of these zones, go to lower time, confirm your entries around here. But then for me, I like this one below than this. Okay. But any one of them can move price because this zone is also at a premium level. Okay. So it's also at a premium level below 50%. So the zone is also valid. So since it's below 50% of the fib, then this zone is also a valid zone. Okay. All right. So that's that on this asset. Let's go to another asset. Let's go to another asset. All right. So let me go to VIX10 next. Okay. All right. Can we hear me? Can we hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so this is VIX10X. All right. On H4, this is what we have. I call this trade. What? I called this trade out a few days back. I can't remember. All right. So I called it out a few days back. Okay, that is going to sell. For those that took it, congrats. Congrats. So I'm coming. All right. So this was what I saw on it. A break of structure on H4, and then I saw this imbalance around here. So I saw this imbalance. All right. So I saw that imbalance there. Okay. So this was the imbalance I saw that made me call the trade. So I called this trade, I think, in the mentorship group. Yeah, I posted this, and then this is what we have. So price came into it and then started selling. So I'm expecting price to close below this low, all right, which price has not done yet. All right, so I'm expecting price to close below the SXL. So that's sell side liquidity. So, but price has cleared the sell side liquidity. Okay, so there's because there's more imbalance below for price to fill. So I'm seeing this imbalance here. So I'm expecting price to come and fill or come into this imbalance directly, and then give some sort of confirmation around here. But remember, the structure on H4 is now a sell, officially a sell structure. So this imbalance might move price, but you have to wait for some sort of confirmation on lower time frame. I have given our lower time frame confirmation, like I've given the steps to. All right, so I've given this. I've given the way to take lower time frame entry. I think is inside this group media section. You see there. If you cannot see it there, then you can go on our YouTube channel. You'll find entries, lower time frame entry on the YouTube channel. So it's there. All right. So I am waiting for price to come into this zone, and then let me see what price will offer us on lower time frame. But then, for those that don't know what lower time frame entry is, now see this imbalance above. Let me go to 15 minutes and show you what happened there, so that you can be able to catch up with what happened. Okay, I called it, like even the 15 minutes up to the 15 minutes. I show the entries there. All right, so let us see what happened on 15 minutes. All right. So, okay. All right, so this is it, 15 minutes. So let's see, within the IPA, we have a break of structure around here. So on 15 minutes, this was the break of structure. And then there was an imbalance around here. Very simple, just follow what you see and then just trade it. So anything is tradable as far as I am concerned, okay? So this is an imbalance. Okay, so this was an imbalance here. So this was what I saw, and I called it in the group that, okay, around here. All right, so they should take a trade. So price reacted to that imbalance, and then it started selling down. So since then, it has been selling, break of structure, back to the imbalance, and then price started moving down as predicted. All right, so no stress, no stress. So that's what I saw, and then I took the trade.
Pause.
Yes? Someone is saying something. Hello? Is someone saying something? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, what are you saying? I didn't hear you.
Back to the lower time frame. There's something there of interest.
Of interest.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It looks like where there was a break of structure. It looks like the price returned to the IPA. I was asking, is that what you call turtle soup?
Okay, you're asking. I thought you said it's something of interest. I was
Yes.
waiting for you to show me. All right. You said turtle soup. No, this is not turtle soup. Turtle soup. I've not gotten there yet. Okay, I'm going to take my time to explain that maybe later on.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I will take my time to explain that maybe later on. But for now, let's just stay glued to this first. Turtle soup, let me show you. Okay, when we get to C300, I'm going to show you turtle soup. Okay? Okay?
There was a break. I
All
didn't
right.
hear it.
Okay, I said when we get to C300, I'm going to show you turtle soup. In fact, I might even, okay, let me show you turtle soup here. Let me show you turtle soup here. It's very easy. And now, turtle soup basically occur. Now, watch this. You see this candle, this pin bar here. Let me zoom in. Did you see it? The one that
Yes, sir.
went below the sell side liquidity that I marked.
Yes, sir.
That's an example of turtle soup. So price actually stopped people that were buying here out. Okay, we don't know whether it's going to continue in the direction of a buy or continue selling, but it has stopped them out. So this is what they call turtle soup. But I'm going to teach you the concept behind it so that you can be able to, use it and trade it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So, but for now, let's just stay with this. All right. So on my own overall this thing, I'm expecting price to push more to the downside. Now, most of the persons might not know because this has already eaten TP. For me, TP has been napped. So I'm expecting price to keep coming down because there's another imbalance around here that I would be anticipating price to get to. So now this is how I trade my own. Okay, so I'm anticipating price to come to this imbalance here. So price should fall more to the downside. I'm coming. All right, so I'm expecting price to come down to this place, fill this imbalance, and then let's see what we can get from it. Okay, are you with me, please? Hello.
Yes, sir.
All right, so price should continue coming down and clear this. This place, there's liquidity here too. Dynamic liquidity is here. All right, so there's dynamic liquidity around here. So I'm looking at this place. So price is coming down into this imbalance. Let's see what price will give us around this imbalance. Then we'll start buying. But for now, this asset is going to, according to my own analysis, sell more to the downside. Okay, is that clear, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, so on H4, as soon as that low gets cleared, wait for a little retracement back up. So let me see where price might be targeting, okay? So that we can be able to actually trade this. All right, okay, so all right, so price might be coming to this place. All right, so price might be coming here. Let me put a rectangle there. So price might be coming to this place. After this low has been cleared, this imbalance will give some sort of lower time frame entry, buy to this place and start selling from here. But always confirm your entries. Is that clear, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, so always try to confirm your entries around any of the zones that you have picked. So if price gives a lower entry here for a buy to this place, and then if it gives a lower entry for a sell down into this imbalance here. So that's the imbalance you should target, the one below. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right, so let me try and give a screenshot of this so that we can have this in the group. I believe everybody is following, please, so that it will not be like maybe it's only me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, please. Thank you, David. All right. Okay, so let's go to another asset. Okay. So let me go to another asset. Let's go to VIX 10. Let's see what is happening on VIX 10. Okay. All right, so this is VIX 10. Let me go to daily. Let's see what daily is saying. All right, so that's daily. I'm coming, please. All right, so what is daily saying? So let's zoom in. All right, so this eye was broken on daily. You have to be able to see and see beyond. So this eye was broken on daily. Then we have another low here that was broken on daily. So this is a sell trend, a typical sell trend, like I told some persons few weeks back. All right, so this is supposed to continue selling, but I cannot see weekly on this. All right, so I can't see weekly here. So I cannot see weekly here. So what I will do is I'm going to be anticipating more sell to the downside. So, but one of the zones that you should take note of is this zone here. All right. Most of the persons will be looking at this zone here, although I might not be looking at it. But if I see some sort of confirmation, I might try to take it. Okay. But I doubt if this low is not going to get broken. Yeah. For certain, I'm coming. Let me go down. If I can see weekly, it would have been more easier, but I can't see weekly on TradingView deriv. Okay, so all right, so I anticipate that price might come more to the downside, but then we will not disregard this place, okay, because it's another zone, this is another block. But if there will be a reaction around here, if it did not break this eye, then I'm not interested to stay long in the All right. So price should try and break. Wow. All right. So price should try and break this high. If price actually broke this high, then I'll be more comfortable to start buying. But if price didn't break this high, then this high might just be a point where price will continue selling. Okay. So price might continue selling from here. All right. So let's go to H4. Let's see what is happening. Now, please try as much as possible to understand my perspective of the market. There is no stress. You just have to understand what price is doing at a given time. All right. So this H1 has even broken structure around here. So I saw it. I waited for it, but I'm not convinced. So I'm going to wait for M5 re-entry. But let's first settle H4. So this I had to be broken before I start looking for buys. If this I did not break, then forget about the buy. I'm not buying this asset basically because I'm a swing trader. I'm not a day trader. For some persons, they would have started buying this asset as it is now. But for me, I'm not buying unless I see a break above here and then a sell down. So let me show you the H1 break of structure I said happened. Because on daily, we have a very important zone, but that zone doesn't have serious backup for it. Okay, so I have this break of structure here. This has been broken. Okay, so this I has been broken. So I'm expecting price to come back into this imbalance. Let me see the imbalance well. Maybe there's no imbalance there though. Yeah. Okay, there's a tiny imbalance there. Wow. Okay, so there's a tiny imbalance around here. So I'll wait for price to come into it and then let me see what price will do. Okay, for those that might not have seen it, I believe you can see the imbalance now, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is the imbalance. I'm expecting price to come back, drop into it before I start buying at all. So if I will buy, I will buy. But the buy will be more confirmed as soon as this high is broken. This H4 high, I will trust it more if this place is broken. If this place is not broken, the trust I have for the buy is little, is small. Okay, so let's watch out for what happens next. Okay, do we understand this now, please?
Yes, but boss,
Yes.
why will you be certain that a buy is confirmed only after that high is broken?
Okay, let me show you. Okay, like I said before, I said I cannot see weekly, but know that I've gone through the asset basically maybe before I came into the class, so I don't miss yarn. Okay, let me just be very sincere. Sometimes I go through the asset, sometimes I might not have the time, but this one I've actually checked the asset. Maybe yesterday night I was trying to check what happened because I told people to enter from here downward. For those that really, listened, they would have, been in this trade here. Now, see this
Good
structure
afternoon,
here.
sir.
Yes, good afternoon, please.
Please, can I answer the other guy that asked why you are so sure of the 4
Okay,
hour?
please help me.
Well, I think if number one, you can also back test for several assets, most assets, or rather any assets. Most of the time, a sell or a buy is always confirmed most of the time when a 4 hour has been broken and retraced back to an imbalance. Does the person understand?
Yes, I'm following.
That most of it, you can check it yourself. Any assets, check from the 4 hour. You can go back to the left, check as many weeks as possible. Most of the time when a 4 hour is broken, either for a buy or a sell, you can check. There will all and once it retraces back, it is confirmed that definitely this thing is going down.
Okay.
I hope
that is to say, like this cell structure like this. Once that high match is broken up, and then it retraces to an imbalance, then we know that the cell is confirmed.
Just check back yourself to see any asset that you are used to trading. Check your 4 hours over and over and over. Once it's broken, either for a buy or a sell, a retracement back to the beginning of it, maybe the other block or imbalance, is definitely confirming the buy or sell continuation.
Okay.
Does that help a bit?
Yes. So much. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mark. Okay, that's amazing. So I believe everybody is getting the gist now. So it's not just for me. So this H1 is just to buy into the H4 zone. If the H4 zone did not get cleared, then forget it. I'm not interested in buying this asset yet. So instead, I'll be looking for sales. But if that H4 gets broken and violated, then I'll be looking for buy to the upside. I believe that's clear now. All right, so that's what I expect on this asset. But for now, let's try and monitor H1. Let's see if H1 gives us the kind of entry we want to get. So if H1 gives us a lower time frame confirmation, maybe 5 minutes or 1 minute confirmation within this imbalance, it might not be exactly around this imbalance, but this imbalance must be tapped. So before you now say, okay, the confirmation happened below the imbalance, yeah, it can happen below the imbalance, but if it's above, I'm not certain. But as soon as it gets to this imbalance or below it and it gives confirmation, then I will start looking for buys. Do you understand it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just exactly what I wanted you to get. So we will buy into the H4 zone around here and then see what price we do around this H4 zone. If it breaks it, wow, thank God. We can take our TP or take partials and wait for price to retrace back on H4 and then we start buying. All right. So I think this asset is done. So it's done and I think it's dusted. I don't know whether should I screenshot it?
Maybe that will
Is there
help.
any need?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me. I wanted to actually look at boom assets and crash assets, but then let's just continue with the class. Okay. All right, but I believe you can still see my screen, right? So so let's do VIX21X. All right, so this VIX21X, let's go to daily. Let's see what daily is doing on VIX21X. All right. Okay, so this is daily. Wow. Daily it has a lot of things around here. Okay. All right. So this is the last
21S.
Yeah, 25x. All right. So I'm seeing this I. Okay. This is the high that was created, and this has not been violated yet. So this is the low I'm looking at. Okay, price might. Okay, so this is liquidity grab. So liquidity here has been captured. Okay, so price should be coming down to this place. So as soon as price gets here, you should start looking for a buy. Is that understood, please?
Okay.
Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Maybe I should zoom in a little bit, or maybe the color of this thing is not making us see it very well. Is there a question?
The zone marked. I think the whole candle body is not showing, so we don't know what it alludes to.
Okay, the candle body is not showing how.
Like the zone has, I think it must be an OB that you are marking there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, because of experience, I know that if you see a long wick like this on daily, there must be a candle. So let me show you on H4 so that you can see it very well. Did you see it?
Okay. Yes. All right.
Hello? Can you see the candle?
I can see, sir.
Just exactly. So, and it's just from experience anyway. There's no No, nothing special. When you start trading over time, you understand how to mark like that on higher time frame and be accurate with what you are seeing on lower time frame. So that's the other block I'll be considering. Though there is no imbalance around here, so everywhere is field. The only reason why I'm going to be using this place at all is because this is an institutional candle, the candle that manipulated price before pushing up. So I will be looking at this place because all is an IC. So we have a manipulation and a push up, and then we are waiting for price to come into this place. So that's why I'm using that place. I believe it's clear now, please.
Yes,
Because people will ask, okay, where is the imbalance we are using? Where is this? If you go maybe a little lower, you might be able to find any imbalance around there. So let me go to each one. Let me see if there's any imbalance around there. But just know that I'm using that place. Basically, I'm not even looking at imbalance because it's an institutional candle, and then I like using institutional candle often. Okay, so I like using it a lot. All right, there is no serious imbalance. Okay, so there's no serious imbalance. So let's just hope that we have a
Check
confirmation within that
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay.
Yeah. That's a very good one. Imbalance covered by another imbalance.
Okay. Well, wow. So there's imbalance there anyway. I don't use Sky, man. I'm missing. I don't really use all these time frames. Basically, like for me, Kai, I use the same time frame phone uses. So yeah, there's an imbalance here. Wow.
Check that it was even the same imbalance on 2 hours that played this good sell here.
Okay. The sell where? The one that is just
At the
currently
top.
moving.
The 2 hours imbalance.
Okay, around here.
Yes.
This.
Yes.
I believe everybody is learning, Ko. It's not just us talking, okay? So yeah. This is amazing. So this might give a very wonderful opportunity around this imbalance. Yeah. So let's see what price we do around here. So let's see what price is going to give us around here. So 2 hours imbalance, price started selling. Yeah. So that's accurate. Wow, amazing. Okay, so price broke here on 2 hours and then came back to retest. Wow, that's amazing. All right, so that's what we expect. I believe we all understand, please.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me have this sent to the group. So let's look out for that. Although, since we are anticipating more push to the downside, you have to find a way to take advantage of the sell if you have an opportunity. So that one is left for you, but I've marked the major places where you should look for good entries. Okay, so those are the two places I think you should look at. All right, so let's go to another asset. Which other asset should I go to?
Before that, boss.
Yes.
It looks like imbalances play a lot in this asset. Is that correct?
Wait first now. Let one after another, please. Yes? It seems like the person that is talking about this asset. No, talk about this asset. We talk about it.
Yes. I'm saying that it looks like imbalances play a lot in VIX assets. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you are trading any VIX asset, just be targeting the imbalance and then, plus the zones. But on boom and crash, basically, I use zones. Although boom and crash also tries to use imbalances, but they are more comfortable with zones than imbalance. That's why you need to study the asset you want to trade yourself. You don't trade every asset. I don't trade all this.
Okay.
But I've studied them. If I want to trade them, I can trade them. But I trade basically boom and crash. And all of them have what works for them. So VIX asset works very well with imbalances. So whenever you see imbalance, be comfortable and then okay, so someone is saying let's do boom and crash. I believe you've seen how price moves now, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me do VIX 75X, right?
Yes.
All right, so let me do that. So we will check boom and crash some of the assets, and then we are going to relax. Okay. All right. So these 2 hours on boom on VIX 75x. All right. People want to sell this asset, but I am not interested now to sell the asset, though I wanted the asset to go down a little bit. Okay, if you go to weekly, you are going to see an imbalance below. So I'm expecting price to either come to that imbalance or give me good entry. So let's see how far price will go. But secondly, okay, I wanted to show something real quick so that we can take advantage of it. All right. So like I told my student, I trade structural points. Structural point are just breaker blocks and all, whatever you call it and all. And then this has a reaction around here. Okay, if you go on weekly, all this place to this place, all that place to this place is a zone on weekly. You can go there and check if you want to. So from here to here is a zone on weekly. So this is a weekly order block. Weekly order block. And that's why there's a tendency for price to buy from here, even without going into the imbalance on weekly. But since I'm seeing an imbalance on weekly, I don't want to really play a risky game. I will be very patient to see clearly on H4. If I can see a good, means of taking a trade, I'm going to take it. But for now, I'm not tampering with this asset at all. Although someone said H4 at broken structure now, see it here. Yes, I can see this break of structure very clearly. But then, to be very fair and sincere, sorry, I'm not fair. Anyone you want to call it. All right, to be fair, I think price had also gone below. Okay, price has also gone below, and then done justice to this low. Okay, so price has closed below here, and that's why those that are trying to buy this asset why? I don't think it closed below. No, it didn't. Price did not close below.
Use line chart, sir.
Okay, I'm coming. I basically use candlestick, but I will use line chart so that you can see. So whatever line chart gives us is what is the final conclusion on this. All right, so that's line chart. So let me do adjustment to this. All right, so that's liquidity on line chart. So this low is liquidity equal low. So I expect price to do justice to it. Is that clear, please?
Yes, sir. Boss, you expect price to return after it's making an attempt to go up?
Yeah, it's turning up, but price does not spare liquidity. Okay, so this is just a trap for retail traders. Anybody that trade equal lows, price can, price will always respond. I told you before. Now, anything you trade, price will give you, but you need to know your exit rules. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what rule will you take into place to exit your trade? If this is violated, would you, if this is violated, what would you do? So that's why you need to master those strategies. You don't need to just play around. So as soon as I saw this equal low, I know that price is going to come and do justice to it. So I'm not rushing to enter this trade. So I'm patiently waiting. So there's imbalance below on weekly. So I am expecting price to really go into the imbalance on weekly. Please, if you have the weekly chart, you can help us mark it and then send it to the group so that they can see the imbalance I'm talking about. Okay, so I've been looking at that imbalance for a very long time. It's one of the reasons why I didn't enter this trade. If not, I would have been buying this trade. I would have been in the buy, but forget it. This didn't give me something I wanted to really go in for. So let's see what price will end up doing for us. All right, if price will continue selling, so there's an imbalance around here. You should look at this imbalance very carefully if price would sell. Okay, so price might come here. All right, so price should come into this imbalance. So for those that are selling based on H1, well, it's good. There's no problem, but price should come into this imbalance before it starts selling, at least on a minimum. So price should come into this imbalance, wait for confirmation around here, and that start selling. If price breaks this, then there's another imbalance above, okay? So I'm expecting price to sell, but you don't be rigid with the market, okay? Just trade what you have at a particular time, okay? So now this high has not been violated. Let me mark it so that you see it. So this high has not been violated yet. So this is a short-term high. So it has not been violated yet. Okay, so there's still a tendency that price can continue selling. But if price breaks this place, is this two imbalance that we're looking at? Okay.
Yes,
is that
sir.
clear, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll be looking at those two imbalance for price to continue selling. So, but let's wait for price to clear this place first. Okay, so let's just wait for that. Is it clear, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there any question concerning this? All right. The weekly chart has been sent. Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Folashade. Thank you very much. The weekly chart on VIX75X has been sent, so you will see the weekly imbalance inside the chart. So just look at the weekly imbalance and then take note of it, okay? So take note of it. So price is coming down more. So these are our targets. These two imbalance is our target. Anywhere you see confirmation, you can take your sell down. You can take your sell down. Is that clear, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that means I've done justice to this asset. All right. So the imbalance has been sent. Sir?
Boom 500.
Yeah, I'm going to go into boom now. So I will check boom. I'm going to go into boom.
175.
V75.
Yes.
Okay, let me check that last.
Once you enter boom now, you are lost.
Yeah, let me finish with the VIX asset and then let me quickly talk about boom before boom and crash before everything. All right. Okay, so this V75, and then this is what we have. This is what we have. All right. To be sincere, on this time frame on H4, this asset is already buying. Okay, so this asset is a buy on H4. So I'm not stressing myself. But on daily, this is not a buy yet. Okay, so on daily, this is not a buy. Let's go to daily first before. Remember the rules I gave you. Whenever H4 zone gets violated, the next targeted zone is your daily zone. If that is violated, the next targeted zone is where?
The weekly.
The weekly. All right. So that's amazing. All right. You see this? So on daily, this is still very much valid. But price has already taken out the.
Sir,
Yes.
sorry,
I'm hearing you. All right. I have to end this class in the next 30 minutes. All right. So let me just rush through it. I have another meeting by 5. All right. So the buy side liquidity has been captured. You can see that here. So it has been captured. So preferably, I'll be looking to sell this asset. So if I see H1 break of structure and retest, I'm going to be selling this asset down. Wow, this is amazing. So you should be looking for sales. Okay, so this place is broken. The next thing to do is just target the imbalance and then start selling. Are you with me, please?
We should target the imbalance, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, the way I trade with zone anyway.
Okay.
So for those that trade this V75, you should target the imbalance and then, wait for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a confirmed sell. H1 has already broken structure after a buy side liquidity has been captured. So you should be selling down. Forget the H4. So just start selling as soon as price gets to the imbalance. All right, so how do we put our stop loss? For me, my stop loss will be above. And that's one of the reasons why I don't trade imbalance, so that I will not have big stop loss. But most of the time in VIX asset, I don't get activated. Most of the time. Like, man, I will check the analysis, but I will not be activated. Sorry, someone talking to me? All right, so you can take this.
Yes, sir. I was saying something.
Okay, please. I'm hearing you.
Okay, you are talking about being violated. I don't understand what you mean by another block being violated.
Other block. Okay, did I say other block is violated? Okay, what I mean is that place did not hold. Whenever I say something is violated, it means what you expect for it did not happen there. Do you understand? Hello?
Okay, I get
Yeah. So if you're expecting the sale to happen around a particular zone, if the sale did not happen, then that place is violated. So that means the sale cannot hold around that place. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So anytime what you expect for a particular area or zone did not hold, we used to use a term called violated. So I expect this place to come back, and then let's see what price will do. As soon as it comes back here, we sell down. Although this is the first place I'll be targeting, yeah, because there's a tendency that price can still do whatever it wants to do around this imbalance here. Okay, so price can still do whatever it wants to do around here, so that will not be rigid with price and say price will not buy or price will not do anything. So we will still put this into consideration. So I expect price to at least sell into this imbalance before doing anything. But finally, price is coming down. You see, there's another imbalance around here. This is the last imbalance here. So this is another imbalance below. So price should come down. So first, allow price to retest the imbalance and start moving straight down. So this should be your first TP, and then your other TP should be around here. Is that clear, please? Is it clear?
Yes.
Great. All right. So thank you.
Boss,
All right.
first TP, sir.
The first imbalance is your first TP.
All right.
The first imbalance. Now, okay, wait. Just take your 1 to 3. Don't always forget 1 to 3. Maybe I used to skip it. Take your 1 to 3 and then allow price to continue its direction. Okay? So just allow price to do whatever it wants to do.
Okay.
But that's what price will do. Price is going to come into all this imbalance here. Price will come here. This is your first TP basically. Price will test. I expect price to come here. TP1, TP2, and price can continue doing whatever it wants to do. All right. So I've done justice to this, right? Hello?
Yes.
All right. So let me go to boom and crash. All right. I don't have much time.
Please pick that 51x so that we can leave you people.
I want to go for a meeting by
Okay.
by
No problem.
4:30. So let me just quickly rush. I will check them and then send it. No problem. I will check them and send it. All right. So this is this B300. I don't know whether they want to shut it down or something, but the sell has been really loud. Okay, man. And I was taking this sell. I would have hold it. Like I would have hold it from here. Where is it safe? No, I've been holding. Okay, man. I would have held. Hey, if this sell keeps going like. All right, so this asset might be in trouble, but you see that this asset is selling, And then let's see what H4 is telling this time frame. No serious information on daily time frame. So let me go to H4. Let me see what H4 is telling us. Sheesh. Are you sure network? All right. All right. Okay, let me show you something on this asset. Now, quickly, H4. Now, obviously, this asset looks all right. This asset looks like an asset that I want to continue buying. So we might be looking at this zone for a sell continuation if this asset actually buys to this place. But I've noticed that this asset has done beyond expectation. It doesn't really always come back into where I expect it to come back to. So what I'm doing is, currently I went to H1 and I saw a particular zone that I'm willing to quickly sell from and then just go and rest, okay? I will just quickly sell from it and then go and rest. Where is it? All right. So this was the zone I was looking at. And price had already got in there. So what I was expecting was a lower time frame sell. It wasn't a big stuff. Okay. So this was structure, a break of structure on lower time frame, which is maybe M5 or M1, M5 or M1 basically. You can use M3 also, but okay, not M5. I think I use M1. So I saw the break of structure on M1, and that's why I was confident, you know, to just enter the trade. So this was the break of structure. It might not hold for long, and it might hold for long, but as soon as I see it, I just take it. Okay, so that was the break of structure. So I saw this break of structure, and then boom, a retest, I took it. So it might not sell for long, like I said before, but when you see your hedge, don't avoid it. I've always told us, don't avoid your hedge. It might play out, it might not, but make sure it's your hedge. If it's your hedge, then don't avoid it, just take it. So this is what I saw, and I took this trade. So this trade might not, you know, where supposed to be my target. Let me go to M30 again. Yeah, let me go to M30. Let me see where my target is supposed to be. All right, so there is something huge around here, but this thing is just confusing. I don't think I will take it. So I'm looking at anywhere around here as my target, okay? So I'm looking at anywhere around here as my target. So I'm selling down. This might be my TP. This candle might be my TP, depending on what I see around there, but I'm going to hold this sell to the downside. So let's see what price will give us. All right, so that's that about B300. So let's say this structure is a break of structure on this time frame. Okay, this place. It's a break of structure to the upside. At least it will have to go down and retest somewhere. So let's see what we can get off this asset. All right, that's that about this asset. If any development comes up, I'm going to post it in the group. All right, so let me go to C300, which is my major focus. If you did not take the C300, no. All right, so let me just explain C300. I'm not going to explain them hand in hand. So in case if you see any entry, you can be able to take advantage of it and then let us go. Now, the first thing you need to know, you need to also know how to identify sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity. It's going to help you in trading, maybe at least a little. Not a big deal, you know, if you know structure, but you need to understand liquidity also. So you can merge them together and be able to make great trade strategy. All right. So this was the low I was expecting price to clear, and that low was an equal low. Now, this is an example of turtle soup for the person that asked for turtle soup. So this is a typical example of turtle soup. Okay. So price stopped everybody out, those that were buying, and started pushing up. So that is liquidity. So price turtle soup everybody that intend to buy from here and then started buying. Now, as soon as I saw this sell side liquidity taken out. Are you following, please?
Yes, I'm
So as soon
following.
as I saw this sell side liquidity taken out, I went to M15 straightforward. I didn't wait. I just quickly went to M15 to see what price is doing around there. I've tried M1, I've tried some, so I wanted to see, did you see what price did? Price broke structure. So as soon as price broke structure, I was waiting for price to come into this zone. Now, that was the first thing I was doing. I was waiting for price to come back into this zone, but I realized